Hello everyone, it's Frodio here, back at it again with another video of EU4 playing as Imereti, going for the David the Builder achievement, which requires us to take over Georgia. Well, these two provinces in particular, but they have to not exist as well, so we can actually form Georgia ourselves and then not have a single unoccupied building slot in our entire 9-ish provinces. Yep, it should be 9 by the time we're done with this. So it says here, as Imereti form Georgia and have no free building slots. So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully, well, can't really know yet. But last time when we left off, we had taken over these two provinces from that other guy. Who is also of Georgian culture, and we are left over with these two cores that are in the process, and by the time we're done with those we should probably be able to attack Georgia. But I was looking, we should probably get another ally somewhere around here, so we could use them to fight Georgia, since Trebizond will not really join any other wars until 1456 it looks like. So if we could find an ally, that would be really useful. I just noticed Avaria is a new thing here, and as far as my history knowledge goes, is that Avaria was a Khanate. It is still a Khanate in this year we are at, but it used to be somewhere around Hungary and where Wallachia is right now. When the Bulgarians moved in, they pushed them away and took them over around the 9th century, the beginning of the 9th century. So that's pretty interesting how they got here in Dagestan, which is Russia in our present day. So I will build another infantry, and we will unpause, see where this leads to. I'm gonna keep this fort mothballed for now until these guys decide to rise up, and then we will probably bring it back up. And before I forget, I should probably embargo Genoa. And now we are losing a bit of money, so we could even bring our maintenance down, since we're not getting any rebels anytime soon. There was going to be a battle here. Almost thought they would fight us, but it's probably the Great Horde fighting the Ottomans by the looks of it. So I was planning on royal marrying Theodoro earlier, but that was when we had no heir, and now we kind of do, so I guess we shouldn't. We don't really need any more legitimacy or higher chances of an heir. Well, that seems pretty pointless. Thankfully Georgia has no allies, so we could take them over pretty fast when we are capable of doing so. Hopefully when we are one military tech ahead of them. So I suppose I will set the focus to military right now. See, Theodoro asks for an alliance, but currently, well, they are not under threat of any invasion, but I'm not sure whether I want to ally them, because it might bring us into some crappy war, and yeah, I missed it anyway, so I suppose we shouldn't worry about that. Wave of obscurantism. This is a typical event for anyone, any country, not specific for us, but I do not want to get national unrest, so I will lose the prestige. It's going back up pretty fast thanks to the inspiring victory we got. Oh, and we have to improve with the Great Horde, which we are doing, but I'm not sure. Oh, well, we will just make it, barely. See, the score is now finished. That might raise our force limit a bit, once we're done with the course. Separatists aren't a big threat. And right now we have 0 patriarchal authority, so I'll just take the admin power. It's gonna be a lot more useful currently. Since we're going for this really short campaign, which is just taking over these 3 and just building a lot of buildings, I don't think we should worry about the future so much and what happens after that point. I'm just debating whether... Oh damn, we're getting quite a bit of influenza. I want to get in all my provinces, so I will just take the second one. So currently I'm planning on attacking them, but I don't know when. We will have to think when we can bring an ally in, possibly Trebizond. I mean, if we were to improve with Circassia, we could be able to ally them, though I think Crimea hates them too. And that alliance between Crimea and the Ottomans is pretty worrisome. Well, the Ottomans are currently fighting Byzantium, it seems. But Byzantium is also at war with Venice, because apparently they... What war is that? Reconquest of oh, they were allied to Serbia, I suppose, but then they lost their alliance somehow in the process. So I suppose we'll wait until we stack up a bit more money, possibly until we get the next tech too, and then we'll declare war. See, we definitely could exploit these provinces so we don't have to build 3 buildings in each one of them, but we will probably have to have 2 in each, so I'm guessing some loans will be really useful. This is our only mission we can really take right now, so I will take that. So right now we're waiting. Lucca is now a free city. Totally interests me a lot. What happens on the other side of the world? Okay, we can take marketplace, and I will probably build one in our capital, so it takes up another building slot. Suppose the loans will be taken at the end, but we're not really under threat of any invasion except for QQ, but I think they have bigger... well, they might not have bigger problems. Hopefully they border the Mamluks soon, so they don't worry about us. So they only have claims on us currently, it seems. That is quite unfortunate. Might want to improve relation with them, which probably won't really help. I'm looking if we can actually turn this on, but we can't for whatever reason. Or maybe it is turned on. Yeah, see, it's got a different outline, so maybe I clicked it and I didn't really get notified that it was turned on. There's no real way to know. But yeah, right now I think we're really close to getting this military tech, and Georgia still is pretty far away from it, so I'm guessing we should take it. Another bad event with professionalism. We gotta lose this because I don't want more unrest in these 2 provinces. That would assure a uprising. I do not want that. So I'm sure we can raise our army maintenance now and still not lose money, barely. I was looking at our loan amount and it's really, really low. Quite unfortunate. Because if we want to build buildings, we would want to have at least loans of 100. Well, it seems like we are too small for that, and I have probably forgotten to spy on these guys for their other province. Just going to extend our wait, but maybe enough so that we can take an ally into the war. Okay, we are going to take military tech 5 or 4. There goes the Renaissance. Spawned in Mantua. Not really the greatest, but I'm pretty sure Genoa is going to be getting it here soon, which means we will too. I will check if we can get any other. Oh, we can currently ally Circassia, so I will do that so I can bring them in a war against Georgia. Plus more, the more allies the better. And we will take their royal marriage too. And there you go, 50 admin power just like that. Thank you, King Tamar. No, not the king even, it said, oh, Queen Tamar, even better. Doesn't really sound like a female name, but oh well. These provinces are all about 10 development, it seems, so it's gonna take quite a bit to core, especially when we don't have a claim on this one. Oh, maybe just about 50 power for each. That is actually pretty good. And next month we are going to be getting the other claim on Georgia. They still have no ally, so I think now should be the perfect time to strike. Armenia exists, and they rivaled me, but that isn't really gonna bother me, so we will take Tbilisi as the Orgol, call in Circassia. I'm assuming we should probably stack up on our capital and wait for them to attach. Before we get into any fights, and I suppose we will raise war taxes. I mean, we don't really have to, but I don't want to be losing money. Plus, I don't currently need that military power. The Circassia is attaching now. So this is a level 2 fort. We will take 4, 5, 6 troops and the siege leader. And we want them to attach here and probably stay while the siege is going. And if they jump in on us, we will have to fight them. Possibly a good idea would be to lose a few provinces when we form Georgia, so we have to have less buildings. I suppose that is a good tactic now that I thought of it. Oh, they have attacked us and I wasn't paying attention, so we might take a couple casualties, but we arrived just in time and we did beat them up quite well. Now we would have to stay together so we don't have that same issue happen again, or Circassia will just go siege the next province. Let me just put in the proper siege leader, because the game just likes to switch them every now and then. We'll stop spying on these guys and instead, I suppose, improve relations with some countries. It's always good to have anyone around you like you. And we are done with the siege of Cradle, which is the one province we don't need for the achievement or to form Georgia, but we do need it to actually, I mean, we need to get rid of Georgia to form Georgia ourselves. If you really understood what I meant there. Once again, the siege leader. It's like all these guys are goal oriented. And can we full annex them without fighting once more? Yes, we can. We will take all their money. That will only cost us 144 admin. And just like that, Georgia is gone. And we are one step closer. I don't know if I should wait for this. Maybe we should. Rebels are gone. That is 2 forts in the mountains. And I will get rid of one of them. Because we can't really... Or... We'll see. We'll see. But I will probably exploit these once they become cores. So that's another reason to core them quicker there. So we'll mothball the forts for now. And chill around the mountains, wait for some rebels to kill maybe. Unfortunately we're losing money, so we'll have to turn down army maintenance. Maybe just slightly higher. There you go. So right now I am not able to tell how much this video is lasting for because I removed the actual clock up there from the recording software. But hopefully it doesn't go too much longer than 20 minutes. I was planning on having this achievement in the 2nd episode of the series, since it is pretty easy. And we should start taking some loans. It won't really hurt us. And build those marketplaces all around the place. I don't know if this is the best idea. Maybe we just fucked up completely. And we could debase currency too, because corruption doesn't really matter right now. Since we're not going for a long-term campaign, we're not really thinking about the future. That's not how you should live your life, one would say. But you have to take risks. We'll take this even though we don't need any spy network construction, but that really offers the least losses as far as money and admin power, or Diplo. Also it now tells you which the diplomatic relations are, even on this interface here. I like this update, I really like it. And haven't found out what all the features are yet, but they all seem like they're really good. Now we will embargo these guys because reasons. Let's maximize on that power projection as much as we can. There. Almost done with the cores, which means we are even closer to forming Georgia and occupying all of our building slots. There you go. We will exploit this for money because I find that this is the best thing to do currently. Same here. One of the new features, I love the sound that it makes when you exploit the province. I love it. For some reason we can build 3 here, so we'll... I can't really tell why. Oh, because it's in the drylands. Damn, that's pretty unfortunate. So we will unite Georgia right now. And there goes our prestige up into the sky. I'm probably not going to repay these loans, but I don't really think we can take any other missions right now. And lower taxes, we will use harsh treatment on these guys, though it's pretty big waste, we can't really fight them. And let's see how the buildings are going. We'll build one here, one here, one here, one here. Just build all the churches. The bays are currently thrice more. And maybe take a couple more loans. I know it's probably the lamest thing we could do currently, but I feel like we don't really have much of a choice. We have a force limit of 11 now, but I don't feel like wasting money on anything other than these buildings. So currently we could even release some nations, so we don't have to build a building everywhere. Which I will probably do, depending on how much we need to build. Right, yes, I will probably save the money on this one and release these guys, because we don't really care, do we? But I feel like that might not let us get there, or maybe not. It won't really matter for the achievements, so we will release these guys. Regardless of what happens, we will... Well, we can't really do anything with this one, unfortunately. Ottomans want access, sure. We will build another church here. Doesn't really matter at this point. We can't debase currency anymore. We can't take loans. We can always take the loans. I don't know how many we have maximum, but we don't have that many currently. Looks like only 22. No biggie. We already have 2 buildings here, so we don't have to return that one. The rest will have to be built. And take as many loans as we can before we actually start going bankrupt. Probably also gonna delete these ships because they don't really matter. There's the other church. So currently we need 1 building, 2 buildings here and 1 here. And it looks like that's that. We'll probably be really close and fail, or we will succeed like the pros we are. So currently we cannot build any of these here. We can build a marketplace, so that's what I will do. Take another loan, build another marketplace, and we will probably have to build a fort here. Afterwards we will get some free money from burning down these provinces. It feels like that feature you use when you're a horde. I have not used that ever, so I do not know. Raising a province, I'm pretty sure, but I do not have that DLC. Suppose we should speed up the time so I don't waste yours or mine looking at numbers tick down. Well, that's another new event. Either we gain influential trading family, which adds trade power in Astrakhan, or we get a cheap advisor, but currently we'll take this one because I prefer money. It's really situational, I suppose. So we'll have to save up for a castle, which we are really close to doing once this here is complete in a couple months. Oh, forgot to move our army. Not that it really matters at this point. We only have to wait until September for this marketplace to be built. There goes Armenia. Guess we will rival Akyonlu. We don't have much of a choice. I want to keep this high up for whatever reason. Now the castle will take a bit longer, unfortunately, but it's all going to be worth it. Trust me, it will. Let's check, double check. 2 here, 2 everywhere, and the freaking drylands are just screwing us over really hard. Here comes the last tournament. Why not? And we will have to wait a couple of years for this to be done, but once it is, we will be ready with this achievement and probably be one of the first people to have that, which makes me not so proud because it is really easy. But Georgia looks pretty good, I would say. For only 14 probably going to be about 16 years in, seeing how long this castle is taking. So we are almost there. One final leap and we will make it successfully. Unless someone declares war on us, of course, but that won't stop us from building this this castle. Just about a year left. I'm sure we can't go faster than this, which I'm really sad that we can't. All we can do now is zoom out and look at our beautiful, beautiful nation. Oh, well, we died, but we got this insane king, or queen, and bankruptcy only depends on negative stability, I guess? I don't know, it just disappeared once we were good with the stability. So let's see. 200 days and we will be there. There goes all the loans. RIP FPS. Still have that counter because it works for all games, not just EU4. I guess it is pretty useful. Just 2 more months. Almost there. At the end of March in 1460 we will be done with the achievement. And there it goes. Good game, everybody. This is Frodio done with the David the Builder achievement on the Persia patch. Cradle of Civilization, playing as Imereti. Shortest campaign ever, but I hope that helps someone that didn't know how to fulfill this achievement. If it did, I am glad. If not, then too bad, but I tried. Suppose for a first attempt it's pretty good. So there you go. There's the achievement, proof that I got it. One of the first people that did. And I suppose I will see you next time. Bye.